Alright, I am not very amused right now because this is the second time I'm attempting to make this video. The first time I had a video record over 10 minutes, and like I had a problem previously, the audio just got completely fucked up and just eventually just disappeared, and most of the video has no audio, so it's fucking useless. So I have to re-record the video. Actually, I wouldn't say re-record because I kind of just winged it with that video, and I'm probably not going to go over everything now that I did then, but I figure I'll at least get something out because I said I would. I'm not amused with that, but anyway, as I mentioned, well, I didn't. I tried to mention before it didn't work, but this is my broski wig, so that I can take care, spike my hair, and it's available at www.shop.com. But anyway, yeah, as I'm sure anyone who's watching this video has already seen, I had my nice little video with my broski wig, my broski t-shirt, and my Eddie mask. I thought that would be kind of cute, if not a terrible idea. It was probably a terrible idea, but I thought it was at least a little amusing, and I think some of you did too, so there you go. Yeah, as I said, I'm not expecting this video to be as long as the one I tried to make, because I just don't feel like it, but I'll go through a few things. And like I did before, as I haven't really went over yet, but as many of you are aware, I am a fan of professional wrestling, particularly the WWE. I've been watching for a little over 4 years. About the beginning of 2007 is when I really started watching. I don't know, it's not as good as I imagined the Attitude Era was, with guys like The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. But it's fun for what it is. There's plenty of parts of the product I don't like Super Cena not selling anything that isn't under $24.99. But I mean, this guys I enjoy enough to keep watching. I would hope I enjoy it. I don't know why I would watch, but guys like Sheamus. I like John Morrison, but he's kind of a total jobber. Obviously, one of my favorite wrestlers right now is the Long Island Ice Z, Zack Ryder. Woo woo woo, you know it. But yeah, there's a number of guys that I'm a fan of, and I can't think of them off the top of my head for some reason. Oh, at least CM Punk, I should mention him. He's one of my favorites right now. Like, I'd be remiss to mention him. I forgot to the first time I recorded this video. Though a particularly egregious omission that I have now rectified. Yeah. I can go more into that, but I'll save that for a later time because there's plenty I can talk about on that front. Oh, here's one. Nintendo of America. You know this game? Yeah, it's a game you will not give us. Why? I had to fucking import it for much more than I really would have liked. Well, I suppose much more is kind of an exaggeration. It was probably about 70 or so, but still, I shouldn't have had to. I mean, as it is, I mean, my Wii was already modified a long time ago, so I could play Tatsunoko vs. Capcom when it was only in Japan, but the fact I shouldn't even have to go do the runaround with this shit. Nintendo of America, Europe has this fucking game. Europe. Why do we not have this game? It's generally hailed as like easily like the best Wii RPG, one of the best games of the generation, and we just gonna go fuck yourself. This last story, Pandora's Tower. Are you serious, bro? I mean, come on, Reggie. You're gonna pull this shit. You're gonna do this. It's like I wanted to play this game enough to I had to import it. None of us should have to do this. We should have this game. The whole no plans to release this bullshit. Really? Just really, you honestly, it's fucking translated. For God's sakes, you don't have to do anything. Maybe a little dubbing if you want American voices. A little dubbing. You don't even have to translate. It is translated into English. This isn't a hard concept. But no, I guess Nintendo of America just doesn't like money. Just doesn't like money. Whatever. It's the Fatal Frame 4 shit all over again. I don't know. Another company who really can just go, five knuckle shuffle right there, Capcom. The two most obvious examples are Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Mega Man Legends 3. And I'll be honest, I really had no interest in Mega Man Legends 3. I probably wouldn't have bought it, but the way Capcom went about the whole thing just pisses me off. And I'm a man of principle, and that principle is just fucked. Yes. Well, let's say, hey, we're gonna release a paid demo, and depending on the reaction, we're gonna release the game. Oh, we're not releasing the demo, or we're just canceling it. And not only are we canceling it, it's not our fault we're canceling it. It's your fault we're canceling it because you didn't make the game for us. You know what, Capcom? Fuck you. And you know what? I will double your pleasure. You can go suck a whole bunch of dicks because that's just bullshit. And the Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I mean, this shit isn't new for Capcom. I understand that, but was the same year the original game came out, after they had already went on record and said there will not be a super edition of this game. Just, yes, milk that cash cow a bit harder, Capcom. And then you, not to mention earlier in the year, they decided to say, oh, we have no plans to localize Gakuten Kenji 2. Otherwise would have been known as Ace Attorney Investigations 2. And Ace Attorney is one of my favorite games of this generation, and Capcom just gave me one of these. Gave me one of these and told me to go piss right the fuck off. Well, you know what, Capcom? Piss right the fuck off. Yeah. I could go more on that, but we'll switch gears and, PlayStation Vita. Before I talk about that, I'll mention that I have a 3DS. I bought it at launch, and I've personally been satisfied with it. I think that they would have been better off just not having it 250 from the get-go. Maybe not quite where they ended up dropping it, but 250. I think they shot themselves in the foot with that one. I think that proved me. But the Vita, I'll be honest, I'm actually, like, the more I see the Vita, I'm actually interested in it. I was thinking, like, nah, but I am kind of interested in it. The question of whether I get it at launch is, what does it release with? Nothing that I've heard of is confirmed as launch games. I really don't care about. But we'll see what it comes out with. There's one game, if it launched with in America, I'd buy in a heartbeat. That's Ys 4. That's a series I'm particularly fond of, and if they're released with that, I'd be on it in a heartbeat. But yeah, we'll see. I'm definitely I'll get one sooner or later. That's not even a question at this point. It's just, do I get it at launch or will I get it a little bit later? And it probably will be before the end of next year if it's not launch. Let's see. Let's run through something else. Yeah, if you couldn't tell, I'm just kind of throwing things out there, things at the top of my head that I feel like talking. I did the same thing when I tried to make the first video. I've kind of switched gears a few times compared to that. Let's see. There we go. Another series I'm particularly fond of, Professor Layton. This is the deluxe edition of the movie that came out in the United Kingdom last year. It's actually getting a U.S. release within this month, but I wanted, so I bought a DVD region free player, and the deluxe edition of this movie when it came out in the UK. Admittedly, I haven't actually watched it, mostly because I think, well, I shouldn't say mostly, I say partly because it comes out, it takes place after the 4th game in the series, Professor Layton and the Last Spectre, which had not been released and actually just got released a few weeks ago in the United States, so I kind of didn't want to be worried about spoilers, so I haven't gotten to it. I mean, I was going to watch it anyway, but I just didn't, and I'll probably get the United States version. Although I still don't regret buying this because it's a cool limited edition. It has a Blu-ray disc. I flat out can't play that because I don't have a region-free Blu-ray player. But it does come with a nice little storyboard booklet, just a bunch of sketches from the movie, stuff like that. So yeah, it wasn't all that expensive, like $50. I could think of worse ways to spend 50, and I've spent 50 on worse. So yeah, but yeah, Professor Layton is a really fun series. The funny thing is, when the first game was coming out in America, I literally had no idea what it was. But after hearing all the like everybody was going on about it, no, this is so like this. I think I actually bought it like when it came out, just hearing all the preview hype, and I fell in love with the series because I like the puzzle-based gameplay. The stories, some of the stories are kind of, well, I don't know how to put it, but the characterization though is really good, and I like the anime cutscenes are great. But yeah, I really like the puzzle-based gameplay. It's really fun. I'm actually a little over 10 hours into the 4th game, The Last Spectre. I suspect I shouldn't be long to finishing that. Then I can go on to the RPG, which I'm interested how that works. But yeah, actually, on that note, my two favorite games of this game series of this generation are Professor Layton and Ace Attorney, which is why I'm so pissed off at Capcom. In fact, as I'm sure everyone knows, those two series are getting a crossover, which I have moderately high hopes for that getting a release here, only because Level 5's I trust to release stuff like that here, and seeing how they had a Facebook poll asking what game fans want most localized, and that was not only on the poll but easily won with over a majority of the vote. I gotta think it'll see a release here. And that's a game I'm really looking forward to. But, switching gears, I'll throw one more thing out there before we call it a night. What should I go with? Actually, if I hadn't said that, I'd probably just kill it there, but I said I'd do something. Let's go through one more topic, so god damn it, we're gonna go through one more topic as soon as I can think of what it is. Anything around here that would be yeah, I'm just kind of rambling on until I can think of something to, I thought of something. Hats. As people who most likely to watch this video would be well aware, I like my hats. Like this, my fedora, one of my favorite hats that I got fairly recently, last few months, and just the color and the style, just really one of my fans. Two hats I got today with this, with my wig, my CM Punk Best in the World hat. It's a wrestling hat, yes, but yeah, there's that. And the Miz Awesome hat, because I am awesome. But yeah, I have a lot of hats that I like, and there's actually a few more beanies I have that I'm not quite sure where they are. But yeah, and also other than the broski wig, I have the broski headband, which just went over my head. But yeah, I think that's it for me tonight. Hopefully this one actually goes through and I can upload it and call it a night because I'm tired. I want to go to bed. But yeah, anyway, that's it for me. I will surely make a video sooner or later. Hopefully sooner, probably later. I'm not gonna send a timetable on that because I wouldn't make it anyway. So yep, that's it for me for now. And remember, take care. Spike your hair. Woo woo woo. You know it. And unlike Mr. Ryder, I will not end there. I will end with have a good night all and peace. Captain out.